2 days ago, Dokkan released this little roadmap and talked a little bit more about the unification and how the release schedules are going to be from now on. And I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a prediction for the global Dokkan campaign, but let's go ahead and look at the roadmap a little bit first before we discuss that. So they showed it a little bit beforehand, but the anniversary was just turned into the Dokkan Supreme celebration, and I did go ahead and see like what it was called back then, and for some reason they just took out the anniversary part. Like it says right here, Dokkan 10th year anniversary Supreme celebration. I'm not really sure why they didn't like include that, but either way, this is just the anniversary, right? Then from the before side over here, we can see that Tanabata happened at the same time as the anniversary for the international version. We always got it 6 months late, right? Anyways, that is now going to be merged with the worldwide celebration. So the anniversary for global and the worldwide celebration is just going to be the global Dokkan campaign from now on, which is what a lot of people were speculating, that the global side of things would have something in celebration for their anniversary as well, and that both versions will just celebrate it. And now we basically have confirmation of that, right? And then Tanabata will have it where it is pushed over to the September-October timeline, and then that will be a new campaign instead. I think that will just be called like the thank you celebration from now on. I think that that's probably what it's just going to be. Like the JP just won't celebrate Tanabata anymore. It'll just be the thank you celebration, like how Global has had in the past. At least I would think, right? But that being said, I think that there is a really high chance that the global Dokkan campaign is gonna be Daima. I think that it would be really hype, and there is so much stuff that they could do that would make it where it would be Daima. Like, obviously, Super Saiyan 4, Mini Goku, or even if it's just Super Saiyan 4 and it's just the adult as well, I'm fine with it. I just want Super Saiyan 4. I'm gonna be so hyped when that comes to Dokkan for sure. And on top of that, we also know that the Dokkan worldwide celebrations every single year always have an extreme side of things. So even in 2017, right, it would have the Omega Shenron. 2018 had Frieza, 19 had Cell, so on and so forth, right? Then we had the coolers for 2022. I think that because of that, we're probably gonna get Goma as the like extreme side of things, just because it's just like they don't ever make it where the worldwide celebrations don't at least have an extreme side to sort of I guess just like buff the extreme side of things. They definitely do need it, of course, right? So the only thing that I'm like unsure about is, other than like, well, I guess it's just like 2022 and beyond, right? But I don't really know what would be the part 2 like extreme side of things, right? Because like they did 2 Brolys, right? Like they're not gonna do two Gomas, right? They're not gonna do 2 coolers, like how, or they're not gonna do 2 Gomas like how they did with coolers. So it leaves it up to like, what are they gonna do for the part 2, and like what's gonna be the extreme side of things for that. That's the only thing I'm worried about that would make it where it kind of leans towards Daima not being the global Dokkan campaign. But the other thing I thought would be a pretty interesting idea as well is if they had something similar to how they do for every single anniversary, where they have the Dragon Ball collecting campaign, especially because, again, they did clarify and they said that anniversary size campaigns would be twice a year. So if they did want to do that, again, they could do the Dragon Ball collecting campaign, but then instead having it where you have to go and do like missions in order to collect the Dragon Balls. I think something that could be instead be pretty nice is if you had to fight the Tamagamis, right? Like they had like a Tamagami sort of event where you have to do the part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 being the Tamagami number 3, then part 2 being Tamagami number 2, and then part 3 being the Tamagami number 1, right? I think that could be a really cool and interesting idea to have it where it like kind of separates itself from the anniversary, and then also fits the theming of Daima as well, of collecting the Dragon Balls. having a fighting the Tamagamis and then kind of doing it like that. And then I don't think they're gonna give us a free character like how they did for the 10th anniversary, but maybe like 50 Dragon Stones would be pretty nice, or having it where you can get like Elder Kais, stuff like that. How it usually is, you know, right? Oh yeah, and I was gonna also mention as well, and I forgot to bring it up beforehand, but I think Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta could also have like a pretty nice like Part 2 LR for sure. That's the only thing I would also say I'm worried about, is I don't know if they're gonna drop 6 LRs like how they did for the Dokkan 10th year anniversary. I would probably assume not, because I don't know if they want to drop 6 for Worldwide Celebration as well, but I don't know. The other thing too, that I guess maybe they could like make it an extreme class unit as well, is maybe doing Ku, just have that be the Part 2 LRs as well, and make it where like they work together, and have it where like that's kind of like the Part 2 extreme side of things. I think that could be a really hype thing for sure. That, and hoping that Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta doesn't get shafted this time, like how the mini version was. On top of that, they did say that they are going to be holding it in July as well. Right here, look forward to the Global Dokkan Campaign 2025 in July. And I think that would be just the right amount of time to have it where they'll probably return this unit as well. So that way, it kind of like fits the, again, just the Daima theming. So for them to release it in March and then have this guy return in that time period, I think that's probably what's just gonna happen. They're just having it where like he returns in July with Super Saiyan 4, Goku, and all of them. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I've heard a lot of people also say that they were thinking that it's going to be the Frieza again, similar to 2021 Dokkan, and then have it where the Part 2 is going to be Resurrection F. I'm not going to lie, Namek Frieza, Namek Goku, ooh, perfection, right? But then you bring up Resurrection F, and it's like, ooh, I don't want it anymore. Hypest Part 1, just straight downhill. Worst Part 2. And on top of that, I don't, even if we look at like the other worldwide celebrations, they've never repeated them. Like anniversaries they've repeated, but worldwide celebration I feel like is kind of unique in the way that they don't ever have it where it's the exact same celebration, right? 2017 Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Omega Shenron, transforming Goku versus transforming Frieza, which was from Tournament of Power, but Cell versus Gohan, we got Vegito versus Buhan, then we have Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza, Cooler versus Super Saiyan Goku, Metal Cooler versus the SSJ duo. Like, then we had 2023 was the Future Saga, Trunks versus, well, I guess it's Vegito Blue versus the Fusion Zamasu. 2024 was Broly against Super Saiyan Goku. So again, they literally never copy, or not copy, but they never redo it again, right? So I'd like to think that that's probably what's just gonna happen. Is just that they're just gonna keep doing new things each and every single time, and if they're looking for something new to do, it'll be Daima, right? But again, let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.